Jai Hind everyone, my name is Pooja Pandey, Assistant Professor in the MCA Department in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, and today I am going to deliver a lecture on very important topic of the data structure and analysis of the algorithm, that is heap data structure. And before starting the heap data structure, the question comes in our mind that what do you mean by the heap? What is heap? Now, see, heap is a complete binary tree and a binary tree. We can consider the heap. First, what we have to keep in mind that when we are studying the heap data structure, we should know that what do you mean by the heap. And what do you mean by the heap? Simply, we have to keep in mind that heap is that it is a complete binary tree and a binary tree in which each node can have at most two children. That is referred to the left and the right child. It means that complete binary tree, it should have the complete node. Remember that. So this is a binary, this is a heap. You can say this is a heap because it is a complete binary tree. And what do you mean by the complete binary tree? In which each node can have at most two children. So if you see that at most each node has got the two children here. So this is a complete binary tree. So complete binary tree is also, you can say, a heap is a complete binary tree. Now, this is, and what do you mean by the complete binary tree? Complete binary tree means that in which all the labels are completely filled except possibly the last. So you can say it can have the 2 or it can have the 1. But at most last node can have only 1. But left node should be filled with at most 2 child. Then only it can be considered as a complete binary tree. So here is a definition that what do you mean by the complete binary tree? Complete binary tree in which all the labels are completely filled except possibly the last label which is filled from the left to right. Now, when we are studying the heap, there are the basically two types of the heap. The first one is your min heap. This is min heap. And the second one is your max heap. If I am talking about the min heap simply means that the root node should always contain the smallest value. You have to keep in mind when we are working on the heap data structure, there are two types of the heaps, that is min heap and the max heap. And min heap always contains the smallest value in the heap. It means that each parent node should have the value, have the less than the or equal to the, you can say equal to the value of its children nodes. It means if you see here, this is a root node, these are the child. So the child has got the greater value and the root node has got the smaller value. Again, if you see in the diagram very clearly, this is a root node, these are the child. 4 and 5 is greater than the 2, so this is a min heap, right? Again here 3 is greater, 9 is smaller, so again this is a min heap, right? So we have to keep in mind that what the min heap means. Min heap means that the root node should contain the smaller value than their child, right? The parent node should have the smallest value than the child. It doesn't mean left or right. We have to simply see that left child should also have the greater value than the root node. Right child should also have the greater value than the root node. Then only we will say that it is a min heap. Now, second terminology what we use in the types of the heap is that max heap. What do you mean by the max heap? Max heap means that root node should contain the larger value in the heap. If you see very clearly, if you see this diagram here, the root has got the value 9, its child has got the 5 and the 4. What does it mean? The child node has got the value, has got the less value, right? But the root node has got the highest value. It because this is a max heap. Here again, if you see the child node, this 1 and 3, again you see this is a less value. So this is a child node and larger value has got the root node 5. So this is a max heap. Right, again 4 is greater, this is a root node, and 2 is smaller, this is a child node. Again, what is this? Max heap. So if you see very clearly in this diagram, in both the diagram, if you see there, they barely in diagram, for a glance when you see, you can easily find out which is a min heap and which is a max heap. The root node always has got the smaller value, then it is a min heap. The root node which has got the larger value, it is called as a max heap. Now, when we are doing the heap operation, there are certain steps to perform the heap operation. First one is your heapify. The operation converts an array of the elements into the heap. The first one is max heap and the second is your min heap. In the heapify, either we do the max heap or we do the min heap. For the max heap, first we have to insert the element in such a way that the property of the complete binary should be maintained. And secondly, in the previous slide, we have remembered what is the property of the max heap. The property of the max heap that the parent node should have the greater value to that of its child, right? So again, this is, if you see here, the parent node has got the largest value, then its child. And for the min heap, the parent has got the smaller value than its child. So that's what I'm going to say, that in the heapify, when we are doing the heapify, either we are creating the max heap or we are creating the min heap. For the max heap, we must keep in mind that the tree should be the complete binary tree. When we are inserting the element, we have to keep in mind that it should be properly complete binary tree. And secondly, for the max heap, the value of the parent node should be greater than its child node. But when we are creating the min heap, again we have to keep in mind that it should be a complete binary tree, must be maintained. That property should be maintained. If tree is not a complete binary tree, then you are not going to create the heap, right? Max heap or the min heap. For creating the max heap or the min heap, it is essentially the tree should be a complete binary tree. For the min heap, the value of each parent node should be less than the or equal to that of its child. But in the max heap, the value of the parent node should be greater or equal to its child, right? Now, heap operation, second. First is, if you see that, first is heapify. You have to build the heap. Second is insertion. That is your heapify up. How we are going to insert the values, right? For to insert a new element into the heap, it is placed at the end of the tree to maintain the shape of the property of the complete binary tree. For example, and after insertion, we are simply inserting, and after insertion, if we find that the heap property is violated, we will restore the heap property by swapping with the parent node. If in this diagram, if you clearly see, here it is 9, 4, 5, 1, 3 and 2, right? It is clear. Now what we are doing, we are inserting the node 7. So simply we have inserted the node 7. But if we see by this, it is very clearly stated that this is a max heap, because here the root is greater than its child node, here the root is greater than the child node, and here is root is greater than its child node. But when we are inserting the 7, the heap property is violated, right? So what we are going to do is, we are simply swapping up with the parent node. We are simply swapping it, right? And after the swapping, we are satisfied that our max heap property is satisfied. So this, you say this insertion is very simple. That is 9, 4, 7. This is root node. This is again the maximum value. Here again it is maximum value. Here again it is maximum. And they both I have got the smaller. So you can say that this is a min heap, right? This is a max heap, sorry. Now, insertion is simple, but again we have, for the deletion, what we will do, select the element what we want to delete, right? And after deletion, what we'll do, we will check that if heap is violating the heap property, we will store the heap property and heapify. If you see that, what I am going to see that, if I am seeing that 9, 3, 7, 1, 2, 4, and we have to delete, what we have to delete? We have to delete this 3. Okay, we have to delete, if you see that, we have what we have to delete? We have to delete this node, third node. So when we are deleting the third node, if you see that, what is this? If you are deleting the third node, what this third node is, you can say it will come when we are deleting the third node, it will after the deletion it will violate the heap property. This 2 will come here and 1 will be there, but again it will violate the heap property, right? So what we are doing, we are just swapping the 5 here, right? And we are doing like this. So our you can say the max heap property is satisfied. Until and unless our heap property is satisfied, the tree is okay. If first what we have to do, either in the case of the insertion or either in the case of the deletion, we have to keep in mind that this heap property should not be violated. If heap property is violated, that is either we are creating the tree with complete binary tree with the max heap or with the min heap. So either both are, when we are creating the min heap, what is a thing we have to keep in mind, that root node should be the smaller than the child node. And for the max heap, what we have to keep in mind, we have to keep in mind that our root node should be greater than the child node. So if both these property, whenever we are creating any of the tree, is violated, then what we have to do, we have to restore the heap property simply by swapping the nodes in such a way that our heap property is restored and our heap tree has been maintained. So this is our final with the you can say with the deletion, right? Now again what we are going to do, again we are taking it as a, consider the following list of unsorted number. We are taking an example to see how we are going to heap sort, or how we are going to sort by using the heapify, heap tree, same thing. We are just simply doing the heap sorting, right? So how we are going to sort this unsorted numbers with the help of the heap sort, same things we are going to maintain, right? What we are going to do, first what we are going to do, we are going to construct a heap with a given unsorted numbers and convert it to the max heap. Simply we have created this 82, 90, 10, then 12, 15, 77. As the nodes are coming, we are just simply, first we have created this tree. If you see that 82, 90, 10, 12, 15, 75, and we have not kept in mind that it is a max heap or the min heap. But if we want to create for the min heap, max heap, what we will keep in mind? We will keep it that 90 should be the greater, 82 should be here, 77. The root node should always be the greater than it's the child node. So this is how we have heapify. First we have simply created a complete binary tree, whatever the value is coming. And again that for heapify or for creating the max heap or the min heap, we are just simply swapping the nodes with each other so that our tree has been created. So list of numbers after the heap converter to the max heap is that, if you see that 90, 82, 77, this is the heap. If you say that it is converted to after the max heap. Now step 2, if I want to delete if you say, if I want to delete a 90 root node 90 from this, what I am going to do, we are going to swap with the last node. If you see that, we are going to wait. If I am going to delete this, what I am going to do, I am going to swap it with this, and I am going to delete this node, and 12 will come here. So in this diagram, if you say that 12 will this come here. But when 12 is coming here, if again we are saying that it is violating the property of the, if you say that it is violating the property of the max heap. For if it is violating the property of the max heap, what I am going to do, just simply what we are going to do, we are going to swap it. We are going to swap this here, it will come like here, and then we are going to swap 12 will come here, 82 will come here, 12 will here, and after that swapping again we will find out that it will violate the property of the max heap. Then again what we are going to do, we are just swapping 12 here and 23 here, and after that we will find out that this will be the our tree after. So list of the number after the swapping, we will see the 90 will come at the last, because we are just keep in mind that when we are deleting a number, we are just doing the sorting, right? We are arranging the number in the ascending order. The greater number will be at the last and the smaller number will be at the first position. So when we are when we are swapping, we will find that 12 will be at the first position and 90 will be at the last position. Again, when we are going to delete the 82 number, what we will do? Again, we will swap it, and after swapping, if we will say that, it will come like this: 82 from the max heap, and to delete it, we will swap with the last node, that is with the 55, right? Here, where it is 55, we see that it is a 55 here. So 82 will come here, right? And 55 will come here. But it will be a step-by-step position process. But I'm doing it in the right form. Though 55 will come here and 82 will come here. So again, we will find out that it has been swapped. So 55 here, 82 has been come here. So we are going to delete the 82. Then again, we will see 12 will here, 55 here, and the 82 and the 92. Again, we have and here we will find out that again it is violating the property of the max heap. Why? Because for the max heap property, the root node should be the greater and the child node should be the smaller. So we are again swapping the 77 with the 55 and 55 with the 77. Now the 77 will be the root node. Again, what we are going to do, I am going to just delete the 77 and which is the smallest node here. 10 is there, smallest. So I'm just swapping with the 77 with the 10, and 10 will become here and 77 is deleted. Again, we will find that it will violate the property of the max heap. What we are going to do, we are going to swap it, and after swapping, this is 12 is here, 55, 10, and this, if you see from the last side, from the back side, the list is the sorting is going on. This 90 has come, 82 has gone, 77 has come. So they are coming in the ascending order, right? So in the similar steps, when we are going again, if we are going to delete the root node 55, then here it is 15 with the last node 15. If we find out that 15, it is again violating the max heap property. If it is again violating the max heap property, 23 will come here and 15 and 10 will be the child node, right? So again, the 55 has come. Now again, what we are going to delete? We are going to delete the 23. So which is the smallest one? 10. So again, if it is 10, then you will find out that after deleting 12, if you find out there, again it is violating the property of the min heap, right? Max heap. 12 will come here and 15 will come there. 15 is deleted, right? Now again 15 is deleted. 23 has come. What I am going to delete it? 15, which is the highest, 12. So it will be 12 and 10, right? So 12 will be, again I am going to delete the 12. So if I am going to delete the 12 will become here, 15 will come here, sorry, 15 will come here, 12 will come here, and 10 will come here. So this is the way how we are going to sort our array in the with the help of the heap sort. This is a heap sort. So when we are studying that, what do you mean by the heap in the data structure, you should keep in mind that what is heap? Heap is a complete binary tree having a node left and right, and it should be a complete binary tree. Then only we can create the heap data structure, and then only we can do the heap sort, right? So if this is the same what I have explained in the book, and when max heap become empty, the list gets sorted in the ascending order. So this is the list how we have got the you can say we have sorted the list in the ascending order, right? So when we are discussing about the complexity of the heap sort algorithms, what is the heap sort? If you find out that we are dividing the array in the two equal parts, right? So when we are dividing or when we are sorting in with the help of the division, always our time complexity is big O of log n. Earlier in the previous lectures, I have discussed that how we have calculated the time complexity. You can refer that PPTs or that presentation. You will find out how we have find out that how the log n is there. In simple, for a few seconds, I can say that when we are dividing in the quick sort, merge sort, or in the heap sort, our time complexity is always big O of n log n, because we are just dividing the unsorted array into the t equal parts. Then and when we are dividing when we are dividing the two parts, the sorted array, our time complexity is always in the n log n. Okay. So thank you all for this presentation.